Hi, it's me. I'm in my polytunnel. Hello. It's a more sensible. It's a more sensible temperature at the minute. It's 22.6 degrees C. As you can see, it's been off the scale. Just press the button. Let's see if we can bring it back to some normality. There we go. Yeah, there we go. 22 all over. When it hits 50 in here, it just goes black. The whole thing goes black, and it's done that quite a lot. The one in the other room, that does as well, but that one goes up to 56, which is mad because it's smaller. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, 22.6 in here. It's not a bad temperature, actually. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, obviously, because it's summertime, and why not? Anyway, I'm in the polytunnel, as I say. I've been round, I did a feed yesterday and I did a pinch out on the tomatoes. You can probably see the odd one that needs pinching out still, but the majority are done. I have tomatoes on there. These ones here are Tigerelle. And they're called Tigerelle because they're stripy, can you see? They got green stripes, and when they go red with green stripes. And they're really nice, very tasty. I've grown them the last 2 or 3 years. Just step over here and we'll go in. There's quite a few Tigerelle. I did aperitif Tigerelle. This one here, I think, is what's it called? Marmalade. And it's just a nice, absolutely lovely flavour. It's like a big beef tomato, but they've got just really nice flavour to them. So there's quite a few of them. There's some more down there, you see. The ones in the pot seem to be doing all right. There's quite a lot around. There's like an aperitif one, which is like a small cherry tomato. I think there's a Black Beauty somewhere. We'll see. If it's not, then it's not. The ones in the bathtubs over there, they've got a couple of tomatoes on as well. I want them to grow up and over the ceiling, really, but this system's been up for 3 weeks. This will be 4 weeks at the end of this week. But as I've said before, the nitrification process isn't working in the media beds as yet because it needs to build up over time. And although we're a month in, it's probably going to take another month for it to actually organise itself, so that the nitrification process works. Things are growing, but I'm having to feed them, and it's encouraging the algae to grow. There's nothing I can do about that, so there we go. Everything else is growing really leaps and bounds. The strawberry plants are growing on. I've picked out the majority of the tomato plants that were growing underneath. You can see some here. These are all baby tomato plants, and it's all come out of the worm bin. Like I say, I'm just pulling them out and binning them. I've got enough tomato plants, really. In the raised bed, the banana tree is just mental. Look how big those leaves are. I had to bend one over to stop it from growing into the avocado tree. I'm going to snap that again. I know that seems mean, but it doesn't matter. It'll be fine. It's got enough leaves on it. I'm a bit worried it's going to grow into the ceiling, so I'm probably going to have to dig it out and put it somewhere else or something. I like to get bananas off it, but I might have to put it outside. We'll see. Everything else is growing really well. The calamansi's in flower. Oh, such a beautiful smell. And the lime's in flower. I've got beans that are in flower, tomatoes in flower here as well. All the peppers, they're going into flower as well. The only one that's not flowering is the lemon tree that I grew from seed, but it doesn't. I don't know whether it ever will. It's got new leaves on it again, and the avocado tree is just massive now. Look at that. I mean, it's a good sort of 1.5 foot taller, I suppose. The cucumber, I think it's a cucumber. It could still be a melon, but I'm pretty sure it's a cucumber. That's just growing, and it's just gone mad. And you can see there's loads on it. And they look like cucumbers to me rather than melons, so that's good. Looking forward to eating anything, really. Like eating. Fed the fish. I fed them with ant eggs again. There weren't so many today because I did it a couple of days ago. Pardon me. But there was still a few. My goldfish are looking massive. Some of them are really fat. Maybe they'll spawn if I gave them something to spawn on. As you can hear, it's just started raining again. My pond here, I cleaned it out, took all the algae out yesterday. and you can see the fish now. Well, you can if you look very carefully. They're under that leaf there, that plant over there. I don't know if you can see them darting around or not. I don't even know if you can hear me. Hi, I'm in the polytunnel where it's raining on the outside. It's a nice noise actually, I really like it. I'll just take you over and we'll show you the kohlrabi. It's swollen stem cabbages. Now this one here is a purple one and it's just starting to swell. Exciting time. This one here as well, this one's a kohlrabi. I think they're all, there's a few broccoli but the majority are kohlrabi. And because the system's been on, they're all going to end up like that, but bigger hopefully. The peppers here, they're dragon peppers, and although they're growing, I don't know, I don't think it's because the nitrification process hasn't happened yet. It's just they're being watered, so I do feed, direct feed as well. Watering can, that watering can with a tub of fish food, a tub like that. One of them into there, into the thing, fill it up with water, and then I water all the bathtubs and all of the floating raft beds. They all get a feed. Tomatoes do, the raised bed does, and the strawberries, tomatoes, everything gets a good feed. Should we take you outside? I don't think there's a lot to see because it's chucking it down with rain, so I'll just show you that the outside is still there and it's raining out here, which will water my flowers, which is nice. It saves me doing it. I'm not going to take you any further than that, but yeah, my overflow's working. No, it's not. Or it was. Anyway, everything's full. It rains a lot. We live in England. We should be used to it. If you're in America or Canada, or I see people watching America, which is nice. This is what England's like. It rains a lot, but we are used to it, the English people. That's why we're such a bunch of miserable sods. I'm only kidding. We're all lovely. Anyway, that was my quick update in the polytunnel. Hope everyone's well. Nice one. Cheers. Oh, actually, before I go, I've just waved goodbye, and I just wanted to show you that although my worm bin is now an ant farm, it's still a worm bin, and I'm really pleased because I'm glad that the ants and the worms are cohabiting. And I'm just going to show you what I mean. Now, in here, I did the algae yesterday, as I say. So I took the algae out of the pond and I put it into here. And this is it. This is a massive pile of algae, right? But look, I just want to show you that it's not, the worms haven't gone anywhere. They're still here, but they're eating whatever you put in. So look, there's baby worms. Can you see them? All tiny little baby worms. And they're all munching on this. There's a tomato there. This is where I've moved the food to. So the food scraps are in the middle now. There's some at the end as well, but it's all leaves and stuff. And I'm just trying to move it around so that they can continue to work the system. The ants are actually going through it quite well as well, but they are eating through it, all the worms, and there's loads of them, and they're doing a great job. That's a bit of pineapple that's left, and I pushed it over to the next bit. But you can see all the worms in here, and they're doing a brilliant job. So I'm very pleased with them. I'm glad that I didn't lose them, but you can see so many of them, and it's because this is all wet, all this algae. So they're going through it, and they're just eating all the nutrient out of it, and breaking it down, and making it into worm poo, which is vermicompost, which is black gold. And I've gone on about it, and I've planted my strawberries in it, and I've planted my tomatoes in it, and it's all grown, everything's grown well that I planted into it. This here is, these are baby squash plants, and I've just opened the newspaper up so that they get some light, and then I'll pick out any that aren't too leggy, or they'll be all leggy really, and I'm going to plant them in the garden somewhere.